Boom. What's today? Friday, June 26, 2026. I'm going to start with our economic calendar, see what kind of news drivers we have today. Got one at 10 a.m. Medium impact news driver, revised UOM consumer sentiment, revised UOM inflation expectations. Not sure what any of that means, but we just pay attention to those times because we expect things to be delivered into the market around those times. Close that. Go full screen. And then what do we do overnight? Well, we ran this. I guess that wouldn't be overnight. At 11:30, we ran this sell side liquidity right here. So I'm not really expecting a whole lot today, especially with it being a Friday and it being the end of the month. From here, again, I still like these buy sides up here, but again, we'd have to get past this one and this one before we even think about getting up here. Let's take a look at our daily chart, or no, we'll go 1 month. So far we've been going down. We got 4 days left in the month of June. 1 week. Again, we've been going down. So if I was to drop a fib on this high to low. So right now we are below into a discount from this high to this low. Now we'll go 1 day. And ooh, I see that. And in our daily, we have created a daily SIBI, wicked into it, stay below consequent encroachment. So just as this sits right now, I would be looking for shorts to get up into here and down into there. First off, it'd have to be this one right here at 28. What is that? 28,856.50. So yeah, we're gonna wait and see. Let's drop a fib on, since we're between these two ranges. That to that, and look at that. Fair value gap right at the 61. So to complete this move, I'd like to see it exit down here at the 61. Not saying that's what I would, not saying that's what's going to happen, but that's just what I would like to see. And now we're just going to wait for the opening bell, 15-minute. Like I said, overnight we ran the sell side liquidity that we had mapped out yesterday at the 28.29. What is this? 29.26275. I was at my computer about 9 o'clock last night. And I think it was about 8 o'clock. I was just looking. I seen this. Could I have traded it? Yes, but I really don't trade during those times. Felt unfamiliar, a little uncomfortable, so I just let it go. 15-minute. It's about right here. So what did we do up in here? Well, we wicked up into this 15-minute SIBI, sell side, buy side imbalance, stayed below consequent encroachment, and went lower down to the sell side. Pretty awesome move. But again, not really a PM trader. What that Asian market. Never traded that. And then look, we ran the low from yesterday. We ran an old low from Thursday. We want 60 days just to see what other low we ran. And now we're back into this 15-minute buy side, sell side imbalance over here. So yeah, we'll see what we get at the opening bell. See what the market presents, and then we'll respond and act accordingly. Like I said, I would like to see it come up into here, close this, and then continue to go lower. And that is our daily. Get rid of that. We'll put a daily. Yeah, it's a daily SIBI. We see the market went up, tapped consequent encroachment, then left it. Yeah, that's a pretty awesome move. Sort of what it looked like on the 1 minute. Hit consequent encroachment, wicked up into it, went down, came back up to the 15-minute. All these 15-minute SIBIs in here, then left again. So again, we'll see what the open bell gives us, how big of a gap we get. I said I like the buy side up here, but the way we've been trading, we've been going down. So I like the buy side, but definitely favoring the sell side liquidity because we're leaving inefficiencies up here. So my next interest is 28. Was that 28,856.50? Again, we'll just sit and wait and watch. See what we get. A 15-minute SIBI here. Got 15-minute SIBI here. We wicked into it and stayed below consequent encroachment. Ran the sell side here. So yeah, we'll see. We got about 2 minutes before the opening bell. I'll make sure I'm not talking to myself. All right, I think we're good on that end. About 2 minutes. One thing I will do is I'm gonna map out this 15-minute. About 1 minute. I'm at the 15-minute SIBI. Again, sell side, buy side of balance. Let's see what we do there. Yeah, and I'm not really expecting a whole lot, especially with being Friday. I'm okay with what I've done this week. So if I don't do anything, we'll be back next week. Let's go down to 1 minute so we can get our opening range gap. And we got that. So close to open. Opening range gap high. Opening range gap low. And we're going to measure halfway, which is consequent encroachment of the two gaps. I like that as a dashed or a dotted line. And that's regular trading hours. Now we're going to go back to electronic. So we wicked into this 1 minute. Also wicked until the 15 minutes, stay below consequent encroachment. So if we're going to go short, I need a SIBI to allow me to enter and go short. 15 minute. We're trading in between this high and this low. And then that measures up. We got a 61 right there. Again, we're just going to wait. First target has to be consequent encroachment of this, and that would be taking a singular high up here. One minute. Now we see that we wicked into this 15-minute SIBI and immediately left it. So now I want to see if I can get a SIBI. So a down close candle, left open, revisit it, staying below consequent encroachment of whatever fair value gap it is created. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. We ran buy side up here already at 8:16. We ran this buy side right here from 5:42 a.m. this morning. We ran it at 8:16. And then let me see. So before we get down to this low, I got to see if we can get to this one. So it'd be this low right here first. $9.33. And then one thing I do see is, well, I should have been looking for shorts anyway, because another 15-minute SIBI came up, stay below consequent encroachment. Again, we'll just wait and see if we can get a SIBI to enter short. Excuse me. So we got one. And then we also have one up here. Looks like that is not the case this morning. So again, if I'm looking for a long, obviously it'd be a busy to get me up here. My first target would be this high right here, and then seeing if we can get to consequent encroachment. Because we didn't get our SIBI and stay below halfway to go lower. Dun, 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 dun. And then if we were to go long, I want to see it revisit this lower one and then stay above consequent encroachment. Because if I take that long, if I was to go long now, one, where's this fair value gap? 1, 2, 3. My stop loss will have to go all the way down here. So preferably, get rid of that. Actually, no. Let's put that back on there. So we stayed at this BISI right here. So we're staying above consequent encroachment. Let's see this treated as inversion, meaning it created a SIBI, then we had one single candle lay over it. So I would like to see it stay above consequent encroachment of this orange gap right here. And then for leaving and then revisiting fair value gaps, it's not something obviously you want to see. You want to see it, tag it, and then just continue to move in the direction that you're looking for. I'm going to take this one off. A little too crowded. Also going to remove that. So I want to see this treated like inversion, meaning again it was a SIBI, one single candle over it. I'd like to see it stay in the top half of this orange. And I got no SIBI to go short in. No BISI to go long in either. I guess this could have been treated as inversion. And then it's, well, why? Why would this be treated as an inversion? Well, it created a SIBI, then basically, then a SIBI laid over it, stayed below consequent encroachment. And if we do a whole lot of like going down, revisiting, if we do that mess, I'd rather not take a trade until I see something that makes sense to me. And we may wait until the news delivers as well. But I mean, that makes sense here. Then we have another 15-minute and the 1 minute where we didn't get back up to consequent encroachment of this one right here. And then what's our direction on our higher time frame? Well, we've been going down thus far, so I have to drop my fib from between this range and there. Look at that, right at the 70. We have a 15-minute. But again, I'm looking for that clean sippy. I just, you can't refuse. Yeah, see, down, back into this, revisiting that. We'll wait 15 minutes until the news. Unless something jumps out at us and we can't refuse it. Like I said, I'm favoring shorts to run and take that sell side down there. $9.32. This is our first presented fair value gap. Yeah, see. There's nothing I would want to take right now. Take that off. Take that off. Take that off, and we'll leave the higher time frame inefficiency on there, which is this right here. We'll leave that because we got relative equal highs up here. Then we got a singular high up here while still in this 15-minute SIBI. And again, I'd rather not take a trade than force one. And then not, obviously, well, I guess not take one versus first forcing one and then not waiting for the market to give me something that says, okay, it's time to go. So now we're trading between a low and a high, and I'm choosing this low because that's the most recent low, and I'm going to this high because we're in between this range, and we have to drop our fib or move our fib in the direction that the market's moving. So we opened up this morning, created a low, and now we're going higher. So that's why I went from low to high, because we're in between this right here. See, and if I wanted to go long, I'd like to see it stay above consequent encroachment of this. But as you can see, definitely not the case. Yeah, we're just going to wait that one out. Just going to wait that out. Bunch of whipsaw action going on. And again, don't necessarily have to take a trade today. Would I like to? Yeah, of course. Do I want to force anything? No, I do not. No, I do not. Slow is fast and fast is steady. Again, so I'm gonna 15-minute. There's my buy side liquidity. I'm gonna map this one out right here. So it's a singular high, or I'm sorry, relative equal highs. 1, 2, 3. And then we got a single one right here. And then since we ran this sell side, created a low, see what we do. Yeah. Yeah, whole lot of back and forth right now. See what that looks like on the 5-minute. Again, relative equal highs up here, even on the 5-minute. Relative equal highs, 1, 2, 3 highs up here. And then we got a singular high up here. This is a 5-minute chart. Go back up to the 15. See if we got something to enter. Yeah, whipsaw. Still nothing. Still nothing. I can't do that. I can't. Don't want to draw it out too early. Wait for the close. I think we're going to be looking for a short. Again, So, well, why? Well, as of right now, oh, let's draw that out. Sibby, high to low. It's right at the 61. 1, 2, 3 candles make up a fair value gap. 1, 2, 3. So my stop loss will have to go up the high up here if I wanted to go short. And then since this is at the 61, I want to see it go down to the 61. Wicked into it again. But like I said, this whipsaw action of back and forth. Yeah, see. Yeah, nope. Nobody. Did that show me a short? Technically, yes. But again, with the way this has been operating this morning, I want to see it tag it and stay below it. If it would have stayed below it, obviously I would have went short. 1, 2, 3 stop loss at this high to see if we can get down to the 61. Yeah, nope. Won't take that off. And again, we'll just wait it out. We'll just wait it out. So we're creating fair value gaps, leaving them, and then revisiting. In an ideal market, I would want to see not this green candle, but a down close candle to go lower. And if we don't get a trade today, we don't get a trade today. And then we've moved pretty substantial overnight. I mean, I'm not going to say substantial. We moved, but it wasn't pretty at all. Again, I'm favoring shorts just because of this and this up here, but nothing to enter off of that I want to enter off of. Absolutely nothing I would want to enter off of. I'd rather save my mental capacity than sit through this back and forthness. Back and forthness. I don't even know if that's a word. Like I said, we don't have to take a trade. But I mean, good information to take in. And revisiting it again. Let's take a look at the hourly. Yeah, look at that. Wicks, Wicks, Wicks. 4 hour. We wicked up into this 4 hour. And maybe it'll be a PM move, but I've never traded the PM. I don't want to start today. Yeah, we'll just let that go. We will just let that go. Looks like it might be an early close for the recording today. Especially if we continue to do this. Go do something else. Like, especially if we continue to do this. Maybe an early day. So first target, if I did get a long entry in here, not to be this high at 29,451 even, and then I would see if we could get up to 29,564 even, and then consequent encroachment. But again, I don't see anything I would want to enter off of. Maybe this right here, but that wasn't too clean. Like maybe that, but yeah, no. Now we just tag the buy side liquidity up here. Again, if we don't get a trade, I'm okay with that. Okay with that one. So my next target would be this high up here. And then consequent encroachment. But again, we don't necessarily have to take a trade today. There's no rush. See what that higher time frame looks like. So again, we just tag this buy side liquidity at 29,451. And now we're leaving a 1 minute BISI up in here. I'm going to take that off. We're trading within this 15-minute civvy. We'll map this out. So now we're in between. This is a lot. I can imagine being new and trying to figure this out. But I mean, stick with it. You'll get it. Between that low right here and this high, that's the range we're trading in. So obviously, if I wanted to go long, I would like to see it retrace minimum at least down to the 50. And then what's resting down there? We got a fair value gap resting right there. 1, 2, 3. Stop loss would have to be down here. Don't want to chase price. Let it do what it's going to do. Because the best longs or the best entries for your longs are below the 50. If you're going short, your best entries for your shorts are above the 50. I'm going to take that off as well. Got relative equal highs over here. Now we'll just see what we get. We'll see what we get. Running highs. Now we're wicking up into this buy side liquidity. I'll stand below consequent encroachment of this one so far. Of this 1 minute civvy. Draw that over. Like I said, the only entry that, like, if I wanted to take something, again, if I wanted to, I'm not saying I'm going to, would have been this right here. Draw that out through time. And then this one right here at 943. Draw that out. Again, that wasn't clean to me. I didn't necessarily see that. And now we're leaving Bissy's open. So again, could I enter off of that? Yeah, sure, I could. But I mean, consequent encroachment's right here. It's not something I necessarily wanted to be in. Like I said, if we're trading between this low and this high, so from this low to this high, I wanted to be in something below the 50 to get me long. Again, there is nothing that jumps out at me where it's like, oh yeah, take that. Got one right at the 50, but trading at the 50 is, I'm not gonna say it's hard, but it can literally go either way. So that's why I prefer to be below the 50. It could literally go either way. And again, I could have entered off of this. And maybe I should have. But shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Like I said, it's Friday. Not really expecting a whole lot. See, higher time frame. 15-minute. And we're running. Looks like we might get the consequent encroachment, but we have to get past this singular high first before we get there. And then from there, we're pretty efficient. There's no gaps in price until we get, what happened there, buddy? Until we get up in here. So am I okay with my decision making this morning? Yes, I am. I'm not biting my fingernails. I am not stressing over anything. Just let it do what it do. Just let it do what it do, baby. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm. Okay, so higher time frame. I neglected to see this right here. Again, hindsight is a mofo. But again, information. I neglected to see this 15-minute busy, which could have been long in there. 15-minute. See what that looks like on the 1 minute. Nope. And then as soon as it got above consequent encroachment, could have went long. See if we get up in there. But again, I'm cool. I got no entry on the 1 minute. That's what I use for entries. 5 minute again, still didn't get anything either. I don't see anything that says, okay, we got this right here on the 5 minute. We could have, but again, woulda, coulda, shoulda, and I didn't, so it don't even matter. Just taking the information. So as soon as we closed over this, stayed above consequent encroachment, shit could have been long in there. See right there. And now we're running all the buy sides. 1, 2, we're in all 3. Next target's consequent encroachment of basically halfway of the new the opening range gap. Said difficult morning to look for an entry for sure. For me at least. I can't speak for everyone, but for me at least. Now we just tagged halfway of this gap. So now either got, well, I guess I got one choice. I have to wait for a retracement down into here if I want to go long to see if we can get up into here. Based on wherever this closes, this would be my new high. So it'd be low to wherever high this is. We got 5 minutes in this 15-minute candle. And then also I need to pay attention. How do we close at this consequent encroachment? Do we lay over it or do we stay wicking and just wick through it? And now we have one low all this in between, and then we have 2 lows. So now we have relative equal lows down here being created. And again, I don't necessarily, I don't have to take a trade at all. So we wigged into consequent encroachment, meaning we literally just threw a wick over it. We didn't even wick over it. We just touched it barely. So tapped it here, closed lower, tapped it again, closed higher, and then we did not get it again. So now, see if I want to go short at the tag, something below the 50. We would want to see premium arrays left open. Get rid of that. This is the next discount array. It's right at the 50. Higher time frame. Again, we want to see how do we close within that opening range gap, consequent encroachment. And we're also within this 15-minute SIBI where we wicked up into it and stay below. So in my brain right now, I'm thinking, well, if we could stay below this, again, high to low, this is right below the 50% premium discount. And that may not be the case. Excuse me. We're back to consequent encroachment. And now we're over it. We're closing that 15-minute SIBI, just about. Let's get all these buy side liquidities off that we ran already. Again, my next one will be up here, but we have to get this and that. So we'll move that over there. But like I said, I want to see something below the 50 to retrace to. We just closed 15-minute SIBI. Yeah, I ain't getting nothing. Nothing. Wow. And I'm okay with it, man. I am okay with it. Man, I'm really hoping this market cleans up and it starts running, just running the targets. But that's a hope and a wish and a prayer. So now it's, well, again, What are we doing? We have 1 minute. BULLISH, stand above it. Could we enter? Sure, we could. But I don't want to enter there. Like I said, I would like to see a retracement down to something below the 50. Because now we're efficient. We close this gap. Our next liquidity is this right here. And we got inefficiencies down here. So since we're trading between this high, this low, got a high to a low. Again, this is the 50. This is discount, premium, discount. I'm going to take this 15-minute off. I'm going to show one more time before I take it off. I'm getting too cluttered. So we've closed this. We've closed this 15-minute SIBI right here, meaning we're efficient. There's no more gaps in price. Obviously, there's gaps within these wicks, but I'm going to take that off. I can't say obviously, but there are gaps within this wicks if you go down to our lower time frame. See, there, got some in there. But I would like to see that create left. Oh my goodness, I can't speak today. I would like to see that be the high. And like I said, work back down into that 50. If we get a SIBI and we wick up into it, stay below consequent encroachment, I think I'll go short to see if we can get down into this right here. Because premium, anything below the 50 is discount. With the way we've been trading this morning, I'll be okay if we don't. I'll be A-okay. And it may be one of those ones where I have to walk away from it, which I've done that before. Then I come back and it's, oh, okay, well, it ran to my target. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Anytime she goes away. Boom, boom, boom. I wonder where she goes. Wonder if she's going to stay. 1, 2, 3. Be at the high of 1, 2. Be high up here. And then this is where I ask myself, growth or safety? Obviously, we all want growth. So I'm going to go short. Stop loss is going to be a consequent encroachment. Let's see if we can get down here to this 50. So we're risking that to get to that. And if we lay a candle over this, I'm going to have to go ahead and close that there, buddy. And nope. All right. So we took a loss. Okay. We took a L. That's all right. Took a loss of 348. But again, in my head, that made sense. But then neglecting to see my higher time frame, well, what have we been doing? We've been going up. And there was no change that says, okay, it's time to go short. So that's why it's important to pay attention to that higher time frame for sure. For sure. Because we literally been running by side. But as it sat, it made sense for me to try and go short because we're at a premium. I wanted to see it go discount. But then again, like I just stated, the 15-minute, my higher time frame, it's not showing. There's no down close candles that says, okay, well, we're switching. There was nothing. So it's what I paid to stay in the game. So now we'll just wait to see if we can actually get that. That's the high right now. Got 7 minutes into this 15-minute candle before it closes. So for me to go short, obviously, I need a down close candle to appear on my higher time frame. But again, like I just stated, I neglected to even pay attention to that. So I see even on the 5-minute, there was nothing. But that's all right. That's okay. I'm reloaded. And if we don't get that by what, 11:30ish, yeah, I'll just go ahead and close this recording and go on about my business. You see, even on the 5-minute, it didn't even give me that. So we got buy side here, and we got inefficiencies up there. Got buy side liquidity resting up there. So again, we'll see. So that made sense in my head because I was paying attention to the lower time frame. We have not got anything on the higher time frame that states that. Oh, excuse me. This house just ain't no home. But it's like, well, what are we doing? We're leaving Bissies. So like I say, even, yeah, so you gotta pay attention. That saying long, that's saying long, that's saying long. But I was ahead of it. Talk myself into, or I guess I didn't talk myself into it. It made sense in my head on the 1 minute, but neglecting to confirm it with the 15-minute. And when I say confirm, like I said, there is no down close candles in here that says, okay, well, we're turning. So pay for that lesson. And that's why I like being up here on the 15-minute. It's boring, because every candle is 15 minutes, but you get a broader view versus really, really close. man, I don't know how long that mic's been dead. I just realized it was dead. So let me Oh man. Yeah, I'm not sure how long that mic was dead. So I was talking to myself for a little bit of time, but I don't know how long. I was saying that we're wicking off of this. The trend has been going up. I wanted to see it get down here to one of the discount arrays, but obviously we have to go with what the higher time frame is showing us. And this is the only down close candle we've gotten thus far. So we're gonna say higher prices. Dang, I don't know how long that was dead. Again, we wicked in the higher time frame. Busy. Closed down here, then immediately we are leaving it. So let's see if we can get let me take this off. So now we're in this to that range. OTE. See if we can get a busy up in the. I said I would like to see it get up there. But now we just tagged that discount array or premium array up there and left that unfilled. Or I'm sorry, not unfilled, but we wicked through it. But then again, my higher time frame is showing that. So obviously we have to go with whatever direction the higher time frame is moving, and that's going up. Let's see how long we've been recording. It's an hour 30. That's pretty long. And we're creeping up on 11 o'clock. I'm usually done before then or right at 11. We'll see if this thing continues to go higher. And that tells me, well, hey, you need to start paying attention more to your higher time frame versus the 1 minute. 1 minute literally needs to be used to look for entries, which we got an entry here, wicked off of the 15-minute and then stayed above halfway while also creating this busy right here. And so yeah, we took was that one loss, and I'm okay with that. Oh, excuse me. Like I said, I still would like to see it go discount. Because again, that just makes sense to me. Even though we wicked on the higher time frame, the only thing that's left open is what's below the 50. And that's if we take from this high to this low. So premium, discount. And then we got a fair value gap right at the 79. I'll take that off. So premium, discount array. So if we can get something, the 70, the 61, or the 50, preferably above that, not at the 50. I'll try one more time to see if we can get down here to this discount array. Change that to quarters. We'll stretch that over. And we also refused to get up there to this buy side liquidity. So let's see. See where this closes. As we waked up into there, this is the only next inefficiency. It's a SIBI, so I want to see market go into it, stay below halfway. It can wick through it. If we go short there, 1, 2, 3, our stop loss would have to be at the high up here. Oh, hush. Okay. So I'm going to take this short one more time. Stop loss up here at the high. And then I want to see if we can get down to this 50. So then what I am going to do is obviously I don't really want to risk all of that. I'm going to measure this wick out. And I'm going to put it at consequent encroachment of this wick. Again, I don't want to see anything lay over that. I want to see it do exactly what it's doing to go short to get back down into here. I should have waited for it to wake up into it like it did. And I'm getting ready to close it. I don't want to see anything lay over that. All right, I like that. I want to see it stay like that. Again, premium. This is the only discount array that I see. And it, like I said, it may be one of those things to where I don't want to walk away from it. I like to be able to manage it. But see, stay below. I want to see it stay below there. And then in my head, I'm asking myself, well, growth or safety? Growth or safety? And that's part of the reason why I entered, because I want growth. Whether this is a win, whether it's a loss, I will grow into this or through it or whatever. So we wicked up into it again. Like I said, I want to see it stay below it. I like that. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to measure this candle. Measure that on the 15-minute. So what I just did was I measured the nearest candle, high to low. Preferably, I would like to see it stay below consequent encroachment. I don't want to see anything close over it. So we wicked 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Like I said, I want to see it stay below it. I don't want to see it go back above it. And I might even bring my stop loss down there. Mm. So again, I want to see it stay below this. Yeah, I don't think that's the case. Again, I'm asking myself, safety or growth. And we're up above it. I'm gonna go ahead and close that. So that's 2 losses for me today. About 6. I'm cool. I don't want to actually risk anymore. So whatever happens at this point, it happens, and I just got to let it go. But again, looking at my higher time frame, what are we doing? We wicked off of there, but I wanted to see it go down to a discount. To me, that just made sense. So I'm gonna have to take my 2 losses and go on about my business today. Does a loss suck? Yes and no, because I didn't blow an account. I um didn't give back a lot. Gave back something, obviously. And then the crazy part is if I would have let my stop loss up here, potentially could have been safe. I would have stopped out there. Like I said, I like that short down there, but we got no entry. High to low, OTE. See, that was right at the 50. Oh, man. Oh, man. So one part of me is saying go short again. Another part of me is saying go ahead and take your loss, close the machine, and be done. And this is the struggle that I find myself going through because now I see that when we're trading between this high, this low, right at the 50. We said, okay, well, we wicked through it. If I would have left my stop loss up here, would have been fine. Do I want to re-enter? No. Would it be nice to re-enter and, be right per se? Of course. Of course. But I hit my stop. I've hit my limit for the day. Man. But you know what? It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. We had an awesome week this week. I'm going to watch. I'm not going to do anything. So I wanted to be in here, high to low. This was a good entry right at the 50 to see if we can get down to the 50. So premium array left open or wick through, get down to a discount array. So we'll watch and see. Again, do I want to re-enter? Of course. Of course I do. Of course I would like to. But I can't. I can't. Even though we're wicking up into there. Obviously, you don't want to turn a loss into a bigger loss. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm about to close this. Yeah, I'm not taking another trade. So again, had a loss today, unfortunately, but that's the name of the game. Girls up there. So yeah, we took a little loss, but I didn't blow an account. We're still in it. So basically lost one of my days of trading this week. Whatever. Next week we'll come back and we'll get back what we lost and then some. Yeah, so that being said, man, safe trading. Have a great weekend. Uh keep them accounts safe. You know, when you lose, you gotta know when to walk away. When you win, you gotta know when to walk away. And shit, I holla. Y'all be safe. Peace.